Good morning. Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. Yesterday's episode was short because, well, the wife. She'll always bring a smile to my face. I'm going to talk about the Musk-Trump breakup, and that's literally what it is. So originally, I was like, okay, what are you up to there, Mr. Musk? Why are you going down this road? Why are you calling out Trump on this shortcoming of this bill? And then I did a little bit of investigation and found out that everything Musk was saying was true. And instead of addressing the truths that Musk was putting out there, the president and the new media, notice I said new media, attacked him and now are trying to destroy him on a personal level, which I find abhorrent. I think that is one of the most ridiculous things that they could possibly do. There's a podcast I started listening to recently. I'm trying to look it up and so I can name it, and I'm having trouble finding the app. But it is Patrick. I think it's Patrick Bet David. I think that's his name. It is. I enjoy his podcast for the simple fact that on his podcast he has two or three other people, the same two or three other people every week. These aren't guests. It's his podcast, but basically they're co-hosts pretty much. He always lets them speak, and they always speak their mind. Well, when I tuned in, I thought, well, let's see what they have to say about Mr. Musk's opinions. And they read his tweets. I guess they still call tweets. They're on X. They read his tweets, and then they attacked him. And I thought, wow, these guys sound like the left. These guys are using the tactics that the left use. If you don't have a good argument, attack the person. So I was like, what is going on? And what's going on is, that's his opinion. What's up, buddy? Come on. It's been a minute, hasn't it? And my co-host, he's finally feeling well enough where he wants to come bug me in the mornings. Anyway, what's going on is Musk's telling the truth, and they don't like the truth. I don't know if Trump is on Epstein's list. Would it surprise me? No, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if that's true, is what I'm saying. I voted for Trump. I was not under any illusions that things would change overnight. I had no expectation that would happen. I have been accused of being a Pollyanna, someone who looks at the world through rose-colored glasses, and I often do. I had hopes that things would change. This one big beautiful bill, well, that's kind of taken all the hopes right out of the... Just took all my hopes off the table. They've been dashed. And I regret voting for the president. I will say that outright. The one big beautiful bill is a load of crap. It is the same thing again that we have had for the past who knows how many decades. This is not change. This is not outsider influence. This is according to the Congressional Budget Office, this is $2.4 trillion more debt. We're spending our children's income. We are raising taxes through inflation. They ran on change. And I keep falling for the same thing over and over again. I'm an idiot. Anyway, Trump secured his legacy. I mean, that's obviously what he ran on. He wanted to change America. What was it? Make America great again, or whatever the hell he said. Yeah, his legacy is he's a tax and spend politician. He did not stop taxes on Social Security. He did not curtail spending. We got more of the same. What we hoped would be progress turned out to be the same as it ever was. So, on we go. Leave that alone, buddy. Marching down this road to self-destruction, eventually the dollar will fail. And Mr. Trump, that's on you now, as well as all the rest of the politicians. You did this. So, that's your legacy. Still have 2 wars going on that you were going to stop on day 1, I believe it was. They're still happening. Still sending aid to one side or the other of both wars. There you go. There's your legacy. Elon Musk also tweeted something. He wants to know, is it time for a third party? And the answer is yes. It is time for a third party. And that third party already exists. People on the left and the right who are tired of the lies, who don't want a continuation of what we have. We have a third party. And, okay, I get it. For a long time, the Libertarian Party was a bit of a joke. And Oliver Chase's nomination for president through the party, it was kind of a step backwards, and is why I ended up voting for Trump. That's the primary reason. The Mises Caucus, when they took over the party, they sent the party down a new road. That was the hope. Oliver Chase was a step backwards. When Oliver Chase made a deal to become the nominee, to garner the votes of an opposition candidate by offering him the vice presidency, that was politics as usual from an old school libertarian politician. So, I didn't vote for him. If I want the same, and I want to give lip service, if I want to vote for lip service, I'll go vote for Trump. I wasted my vote on someone I shouldn't have. I'm not going to apologize. I still would not have voted for Kamala Harris, who has culpability in keeping someone who was not cognitively capable of being president. she should have stepped up and said, hey, this guy can't be president. I'd have had a lot more respect for her. And then avoiding going on Rogan, that was a huge mistake for her. She had the ability to right a lot of wrongs that she's done and make an explanation at least as to what she's done. She chose not to. So no way I could vote for her. So that left Trump. I wasn't going to give my vote to someone who bought the party I'm a member of backwards. That doesn't make any sense. By the way, I say I'm a member of it. I'm not really. I let my membership last when he pulled that. I let my membership lapse when he pulled that stunt. Not happy with the direction that they're going in. However, if enough people from the left and enough people from the right will realize that their priority is freedom and not tax and spend and not bigger government and not state with a capital S, if enough people from the left and right will realize that the best thing for our economy, for our government, for our country as a whole is a meritocracy where people who can do the best are promoted to the best positions, both in government and... Look, we have people who can do jobs that... How do I put this? There are people in this world who can do a good job, and the color of their skin and their sexual orientation and their lineage, where they came from, what their forefathers did, what their forefathers didn't do. There are people in this world who can lead and can be the best thing for a company or for the government or for leadership roles. These people shouldn't have to worry about the color of their skin. If you're good for the job, give those people the job. They shouldn't have to worry about if they're... If it's unbelievable where we've gone with this this situation where people are now promoted. I get it. I'm going down a different road. A meritocracy is where it's at. And if you think smaller government, more freedom is the place that we should be heading, come join the libertarians. Come be a part of a party that cares about what you care. Take a step back. Just take a step away from everything for just a minute and ask yourself, are you playing team politics? Are you going to do whatever it takes to make sure your team wins? Because if you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, you're playing for the same team now. You're on the same team. Just take a step back and look. Take a step back and ask yourself if you could be wrong, if what you're doing could be wrong, if who you're voting for could be wrong. Government shouldn't have its nose in 99% of the things that they have their nose in. And until we as a people realize that, we're not going to change anything. We're just going to keep voting for the same scoundrels over and over and over. We did it again this election. We didn't get anybody good in the office. We did it again. I did it again. I know I'm not supposed to drink on the podcast. It makes horrible slurping noise. This one's for emphasis. How about that? It's insanity. keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, we're going to keep getting the same results. It's insanity. The left is falling apart. The only thing holding the left together right now is the hatred they have for the right. That's team politics. The right's going to fall apart. Musk is leading a lot of people away from this administration. The left is rejoicing in that. The right is screaming traitors. No, you're the traitors. You're the ones that are going to approve this one horrific bill. That's you. You're doing that. It's not your constituents. It's not the members of your party. It's the leadership. Stop pointing the finger at the people who aren't happy with what you're doing. I'm trying not to curse this morning. Trying to turn over a new leaf. Finding it very difficult when it comes to this kind of discussion, but it was weighing heavy on my mind, so I wanted to get that out there. I don't believe I curse. I will have to check the podcast before I post it to make sure I did not. I don't think I did. I get hot and bothered about this. Oh, there's another side effect. There's another side effect of what's happening in politics right now, and that's you're running people out of politics. You're running people away from politics. You're going to lessen. I'm wondering if the next election cycle, the next presidential election cycle, obviously the midterms are always less. I'm wondering if they are going to be incredibly low turnout, because both parties, you're both the left and the right, you're both running people away from politics because it doesn't matter anymore. I have literally had 3 people in one day tell me, people that were active in politics for a long time, I am walking away because nothing we do changes anything. Nothing we do changes anything. No matter how I vote, it doesn't change anything. Maybe that's by design. I mean, the left and the right being the same frickin' party. I said frickin'. The same frickin' party. The less people that vote, the longer they can stay in power, right? Makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. It's Saturday. My yard needs cutting. Oh yeah. I got crabgrass. So tired of fighting crabgrass. Thinking about buying one of those blowtorches that you burn up the crabgrass with. Sounds kind of fun. I'm kind of klutzy. Probably burn down my house. That would suck. Maybe I won't do that. Anyway, it's Saturday. I need to mow the grass, and then I'm going to my brother's house, and we're going to have a nice, relaxing day. Bringing our bathing suits. We're going swimming. The first time this year. I haven't jumped in a pool in over a year. Nah, that's not right. In over 7-8 months. I am going to have a relaxing day. I have earned it. Have you earned it? I bet you have. These are hard times right now. Everything's so expensive. At any rate, I hope you have a great weekend. Yesterday's podcast was short. I thought I should come down, and I woke up kind of early. 6 o'clock, actually. I wonder how much sleep I got. Let's check and see how much actual sleep I got last night. Let's see. My readiness is good. I must have been very tired. It says I got 6 hours of sleep. I can live with that. Again, there's some days I only get 4 or 5 hours sleep. So I'm good with 6 hours of sleep. I'm going to cut my grass as soon as the sun comes up and dries it out just a little bit. It's going to rain this afternoon, so I need to get it cut. At any rate, it's weekend. Spend the time with the people you love, the people you care about. It's important. It's why we're here. I hope you all find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, Ciao.